We're going to meet three people. One of them's been with us for about a year. A couple are closer to 3 years in time. And they're in this really good sweet spot. So they're out of the gate. They made it over. They have identified a problem in their business and realized that video can help them overcome it. They've had that aha moment that you described there. They talk about what it takes to kind of push through, because if you started video and kind of run into a little bit of a wall, so is almost everyone else. Steve and I did too.
Absolutely.
And then what does life look like now that this is accomplished? So we have Sue Trousey Van Tynen from the Toronto area. She's a real estate agent and a slightly reluctant salesperson, as she'll confess in one of the conversations we'll hear from her.
Yeah.
We have Mitchell Severance, who's a loan officer from the Columbus, Ohio area. And then we have Mauricio Vasquez, or Mo, as his friends call him. And I aspire to call him that too. I hope to meet you in person one day, Mo. And he's the director of business development for an IT firm in Los Angeles. And so they're going to share their insights about this range of experience around transforming the way they connect and communicate every day, rehumanizing the way they're running their businesses.
Another thing I want to mention, if you are not a real estate agent, you are not a loan officer or director of biz dev for an IT company, which there's a high percentage chance you might not be
that.
Don't worry about it, because you're all selling yourself. Unless you sell a product or a service that is unavailable from anyone else on the planet, that is the only time you sell a product or a service. If no one else can offer that, because then you can focus on that product. If you sell something that someone else can sell at the same time, you no longer sell that product or service, you sell yourself, and to give yourself that ability to sell that service or product. Hopefully that made sense.
Right.
And so we need to stand out, right? Going back to the faceless block of text, and this is where video comes in so key, and this is why we're going to learn from these three people today, and you can apply it to your business.
Right, so you're stuck in faceless digital communication. It's time to rehumanize. And so let's hear right now from Mo, Sue, and from Mitchell about their experience in recognizing the problem that they had and how video can help them overcome it.
I was always trying to build a connection and trust with my clients. These are people that are meeting me for the first time, and I typically don't get to meet them face to face. And sending an email or making a phone call wasn't truly building a deep connection and trust with the client itself. And when I was able to send video and show them who I really was and let them see a face with a name and really show them my appreciation and excitement to be working with them, it helped me to develop a deeper trust with those clients. And my retention within my business was much higher when I was using video, which was impactful for me.
Like a lot of people with email, getting a reply back can be tough. But as soon as I started using the BombBomb platform, I'd be getting the responses much more frequently, to the point where a lot of people that I felt like I was chasing for a long time, I feel like I'm on their short list now. And that's just a result of being able to tell story and be more personable through video. And I can't tell you how much that's helped our business tremendously.
The problems that I had was I was new in the industry and uncomfortable being a salesperson. It's not who I am or who I feel I am. So I used avoidance. I avoided doing things like cold calling for my lead generation. I just didn't feel comfortable with that at all. I felt I lacked the confidence. So I didn't bother reaching out to my database. What I did was I was very reactive instead of proactive. I did like open houses because I could meet people, and I like door knocking. Again, a way to be in front of people and share my passion and my enthusiasm for real estate.
You heard Mitchell talk about his problem was, I need to build trust, I need to build connection. Emails and phone calls didn't do it for me. You heard Mo talk about, I was having trouble getting replies and responses, but now by being more personal and authentic through video and by building off story, I am now on the short list of some of these high value clients. And Sue had a really important story that I think a lot of people are going to resonate with, even if they're not in real estate. What did you like about Sue's observation?
Because she mentioned open houses, and open houses are a way for real estate agents to get face to face with people, or door knocking, getting face to face.
By the way, if you're not in real estate, that's literally going up and knocking on someone's door and saying, "Hi, I'm Sue."
Yeah, and so she is better face to face, and so those are the activities that she gravitated towards. She didn't gravitate towards the face faceless activities where she couldn't use her natural skill set. And I think that skill set, it really shone through juxtaposed against the other people. Everyone has their own unique approach to video, and you could hear that in the videos that you just watched right there. And Sue is just so laid back and so calming, and I bet you when she gets in front of people, even people kind of, why is this person coming up to my door? And she comes through with
disarming,
very disarming. That is her superpower, and she uses video to scale that superpower out.
And in the absence of video, listen to her confession there, play it back if you need to. I was avoidant.
Yeah.
I was reactive instead of proactive. And so think of the financial costs of saying, I'm uncomfortable in these faceless channels.
Yep.
I can't be who I really want to be. I'm having trouble connecting. I'm having trouble building trust. I'm having trouble getting replies. There are real financial costs there. So good job to them for breaking through. But to break through, you need to have the aha moment.
That's
that
right.
moment where you know, I'm working on behavior change. Should I actually commit to building this new habit? Should I really work to persevere and become comfortable on camera as Sue and the other folks already have? The aha moment is that trigger point when you know that it is worth it.
It's when it sticks and when it becomes permanent. So let's take a look at Mo's aha moment.
The aha moment, I'd say, is testimonials, just the people, my prospects and clients replying back. And I'll read you something. What a great idea, having video. That's Alicia, a farmer's insurance agent. What an awesome video. Thank you for sending. Jasmine, who does payment processing. What a fantastic way to follow up after a networking event. I will most definitely remember this. That's from a realtor named Leonisha. I'll read that again. What a fantastic way to follow up after a networking event. I will most definitely remember this. Great presentation. I have not seen a video introduction like this before. Cool vid, Mo. Love the approach. Thanks for your video message. Very cool and memorable. This video response is such a cool approach. Very modern and forward thinking. Thanks for the reaching out. This video message is awesome. So those are just I just copied and pasted those off email responses, and that's the proof. That's all I need to know. It's working, and I'm getting replies, and it starts the conversation. That's as a sales professional, that's all I want is that conversation.
So Mo said it, the customers speak for themselves. It's a real aha when you get that first reply back. If you're not sending videos, try BombBomb above, restart your expired trial, sign up. And when you send these videos, you're gonna get a reply back that's like some of the replies that Mo got. And you're gonna say, aha, this is different than a traditional email. This is different than leaving a voicemail, because you're gonna get similar responses, more of them and higher quality, producing better conversations. Now, you've been a customer for a long time, Steve.
Yeah.
Before you joined us as Chief Marketing Officer, you were already a 5-year customer at that point?
Almost,
customer.
yeah.
So what was your aha moment? When did you commit to this approach?
Yeah, so my aha moment with my team is this is an easy one. It's when we made our first sale. So we were handling online leads with my sales team, and we sold no one. We were trying Facebook ads. Back in the day, for the first time, we were like, Facebook ads don't work.
Yeah.
And we weren't converting any of them. Then we started sending videos. And that first $24,000 sale that we made without talking to someone over the phone.
Someone you've never met.
By sending a video and previously converting 0 of those people, it was a pretty strong aha moment. It was like breaking down that wall. And I was like, okay, video is going to be a part of my business forever now.
Mm-hmm. Did you and your team go right out of the gate? As soon as you signed up, you just started getting after it?
Yeah, so we signed up in 2011. Not gonna lie, we didn't really get that aha moment until a quarter or so in 2012, because just like everybody else, you have all these inner demons on why you shouldn't do it, or you don't have a process or a plan. That's why you're watching this video right now. Congratulations, because you are developing that process and plan. But yeah, it took a while to get that moving. And after we started getting it moving and we had that aha moment, that's when it was super, super easy. And so that's why we want to get to the next question here.
Okay.
Which is, what are the obstacles that people had? What are the things that are holding you back, and how did you overcome those obstacles? So let's listen to our guests.
When you first do something for the first time, you're really not good at it. You're just not going to be until you start practicing and doing it more and more and more. Don't worry about what you look like. Don't worry about what you sound like. And just keep going. And the more videos you do, the better you sound. And anytime I ask somebody why they won't do it, they always do tell me it's because of how I look and how I sound. And I always ask, well, does that mean you would never meet with a client face to face? Because they hear you and see you the same exact way. So don't be hard on yourself. Trust the fact that you're doing a good job. People love when you get out of your comfort zone. And it's going to push other people to do those things as well as help you build deeper connections with the people you're working with.
Well, the hardest part, and I'm sure this is going to be a common answer for a number of people, the hardest part is just feeling comfortable doing videos. Just doing this is very uncomfortable. As someone asking you to sit there in front of a screen and answer a bunch of questions is very uncomfortable. But just like any program, a training program, exercise program, you just have to do it. So it was funny enough. I'm not sure when I got some of this advice, whether it was when I first started using BombBomb or when I started using the prompt program, that it was just do it. Just get out there, just do it. Keep things short and simple, and you'll be successful.
Because of this new way of me replying back to people, I now have to take better notes after I meet with them, because those notes, that is my content for this reply. I want them to be thinking, wow, he remembered that, or yeah, we did speak about that. I want to further the conversation to where they feel compelled to reply back. That's the only thing I can think of that really made, I think, something I had to change on my end to push through. And it's made me a better sales pro and marketing pro, because it just increases the accuracy of what I'm doing with every single contact that I make.
So those are great responses from all three people. Mitchell, right off the bat, was talking about not foregoing a meeting, a real face-to-face meeting, but yet you're foregoing those opportunities every day if you're not using video because of that inner fear that you had. And they did a great job explaining that. One I resonated with, though, was Mo's response. Ethan did not resonate with that at all, because Ethan is the best note taker I've ever seen in my entire life. I am not the best note taker, but I had the same type of aha, like, oh my God, I need to take better notes so I can be more personal. We learned about those personal connections in video too. Again, if you didn't watch it, go back and check it out, and how to use that in the subject line and in your video. So I resonated with what Mo said for sure. Ethan, what's the next question coming up?
So now that all three of these people are at 300, 400, 500, 600 videos, again, they're not at 12,000 like some of our customers. They're in this sweet spot where they've persevered, they've had that aha moment. What is life like now that you've got several hundred videos under your belt? Let's hear what they have to say.
Using BombBomb on a regular basis has just made my work life more efficient, fun, and professional. I love the aspect of using this technology, and it's a feature that not a lot of real estate agents are using. So it just puts me, I guess, in front of people, and shows that I am willing to go a little bit above and beyond.
Now that I'm getting better at it and I'm good at it, I'm comfortable, I thoroughly enjoy doing videos. I love sending them out to my clients. I love providing as much value as I can through video. And I love telling people more about BombBomb, because nobody else is using it. No one's taking advantage of the fact that we have this platform here to show some authenticity within ourselves and show people who we really are. And just, it's absolutely amazing. So I would just keep working at it, keep doing it, build the habits. I have it in my calendar when I'm going to create videos and when I'm going to schedule them to go out. And it's been so impactful for my business. And I'm so grateful for BombBomb and what they've been able to offer to us, and how they can help us day in and day out with all they do from a marketing standpoint as well.
The sooner I can talk to a prospect or a client about things like family, pets, teams you root for, where you were born and raised, where did you go to school? That's why I have these things behind me, because it gets people to reply and say, hey, that's a great picture, or hey, you're a Star Wars fan. And that to me is the gold. The ideal scenario is talking about these other things in life that make life fun and awesome. And connecting on that level leads to great business. And that is what video really enables me to do, and why I love using this platform. It also alleviates the grind. As much as I love being a sales and marketing pro, I'll admit, there is a grind to the follow-up. Half my day is prospecting, the other half is following up on proposals and conversations and whatnot. And that can sometimes be a little tedious. Sometimes it's like, ugh, I got to push through this. Well, now there's this awesome platform that makes that process way more fun, way more engaging, and you can get really creative with it. And so that has really changed my day, because prior to this, it was just, lower your shoulder and just get through them and tick them off. Here, each one is a fun thing I can send, and I'm going to get a reply back that's going to lead to a conversation, and it's a real game changer for my day, and for that I'm very appreciative. Thank you.
So you heard Sue talk about being more fun and efficient and professional in the way that she's working now. You heard both Mitchell and Mo talk about specifically making time in their day, time blocking for it. But Mo, instead of dropping his shoulder and just plowing through the calls.
An unexpected
You're
one.
right. Just plowing through the calls. He enjoys sending videos, and it's this asynchronicity where it's convenient for him when he sends, and someone might open up in 5 seconds, but they might not open it up for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's convenient on their side too, and he gets this personal moment. But the theme in all of them was fun and joy. You heard all three of them say it. Talk a little bit about joy.
Yeah, joy is what comes through on the camera. Hopefully you guys can see this, but Ethan and I both have a genuine passion and joy when we train and we teach and we get to tell all of our customers compelling stories. And we know so many of you out there have a joy and a passion for what you're doing, whether you're finding someone a new home, helping them get financing for a new home, or selling them an important service or product. You have that joy, and video is the way to convey that joy. You'll never be able to do that in text-based messaging. And so whatever brings you joy on the inside, that's what you want to talk about in your videos.
Yeah, I mean, nothing excites me more than that aha moment when I see that from our customers, and we got the privilege of sharing them here, but your customers have aha moments as well. And so if you can be authentic in that and sincere in that, video is just such a winning play.